snow's melting a bit. It's actually 2 degrees, but I daren't go up Sugarloaf. I might dare come down. A bit risky doing that, like. I daren't go up it. I needed some pellets. This often happens at the end of the month. I have enough for tomorrow, but tomorrow doesn't look any better than today. It's a busier day because I've got cubicles to bed and all, so I wouldn't be able to set off before about 2, I would think. So I'm going to nip for these pellets, and actually I only had a miserable, half-hearted shopping day in Disborough. Could do with some cakes or something from the cake shop. In Kirby Moor side. But anyway, it's going to be quite surprising, I would imagine, that there'll be far more snow this side of the hill. I bet as soon as you get halfway down past below Blakey, it'll disappear. But even here there's less snow, isn't there, than there was in Castleton. Well, I think the snowiest places of all, Ravenscar, right on the coast, and Gothland. Because they're both near the coast and higher up, you see. We're higher up still by some margin, but 12 mile away from the showery coast. Because you could see these showers running down the sea from quite early on, from about 5. £6 PM started coming in, brushing the coast. Before it got dark you could see an odd time there was snow on the webcam in Whitby. Snow falling, wet snow falling. It's actually quite sunny down here. it is quite interesting. There's a sort of a critical mass point, isn't it, where because there's no snow on the ground, the temperature can go up a bit higher. It's harder for it to settle. Once you've got a snow cover, ground temperature drops, air temperature struggles, and any further snow can settle easier. There is a little bit of a dust in there actually in the shade. It's rather Christmassy. The horrible co-op. They've helpfully made this lower part a 20-mile-an-hour limit now. Now, the truth of the matter is, you've got to get through this really narrow bit quick as you can. If fanning about at 20 miles an hour, there's nobody there. Oh God, it's the bloody market day today. I didn't know that. I sort of should have done really, but that means you won't be able to get parked. Batty job done. It's actually quite weird from here, because you're looking north and all the south facing slopes have thawed off. There's not a bit of snow to be seen, but as soon as you get up towards Ryedale, it starts quite seriously. So I've got the drone. I'm not saying we'll actually use it, but it's possible to use it because it's not windy. So we might just stop and have a little play with that at some point. Not in Ryedale though. So there it is, 20 years after last seeing it, at least. The winchy winding mechanism, which is, I assume they were pulling things along this incline, but I don't quite know. I mean, there must have been an engine surely to drive that. You couldn't do that with a. Well, you could have done it with. If there was two men on a. You can see on the end of the shafts. You see, there's like a square end with a pin on. So yes, they could have conceivably done it by hand. It's a funny looking thing, isn't it? You can see there's a. It's not, the mechanism is not unlike a sack barrow or something. That there does something. We're not quite sure what. Sorry, there. Can you see it? Lift it up, and it sort of release it or something. But an interesting item. Presumably, it's bolted down to a big stone or a lump of concrete. And so there would. I wonder if that hole there was something to do with the water for keeping an engine going. But anyway, we can walk along this little route, and this is where all the winding took place. But it's a bit odd though that it appears to go over a hump there. Perhaps they never actually wound things right up to it. Just that maybe there was just some means of pulling the cable up to this point. But I really have found this quite surprising. I have my camera gear. Since it's a bit snowy, I thought I'd bring my camera gear up here. And this cutty which heads back towards Blakey Junction, there definitely was some further ironstone minings which never truly successful on this side of the hill, and I think there is a suggestion that these mines were owned by the pub, but I'm not sure it was that the pub had some on the Ryedale side of the hill. Whether they actually had these mines here or not is debatable. But clearly the work involved is just in creating this cutting to get to the incline where they were drawing it up. They were drawing them up from down that way somehow. Carts full of iron ore, and perhaps other things like coal is not impossible, but I think it was iron ore. I think down here I thought I saw some faced stone. I'm just going to see it properly. Dressed stone, as if they'd perhaps even been a sort of construct. Well, there is definitely some. Is it a bridge or is it something to do with like a building? Some quite good stone there. But say further on here, there definitely is some dressed stone building. It's almost like there's been a bridge over there. A few stones remain there, look, and it's really good stone as well. It's when someone hadn't had that for their house or so. Look at the quality of the stone there. And here, it's almost like the Incas have been at work. Beautiful stonework. Some of it just tumbled down. I think there's been a bridge over there of some description. Look at that, lovely. It is quite curious, really. I mean, I'm not exactly local to this very area, but spent many years, gone past this hundreds if not thousands of times, within 100 yards of it, and never seen that before. But not many others have either. So that carries on You can just see up there the Blakey Junction with the clutterment arrangements. The low sun, it's helpful in some ways but unhelpful in others. It certainly can help show features like these. So I really do not want to go right round by Castleton, however, it's going back is better than going up. So at the moment that road there is closed to Rosedale, and this one here, it isn't closed, but you shouldn't really be going down it because honestly it's quite dodgy, to say the least. People have been going down, but I don't fancy it because I know for a fact it's a sheet of ice lower down. There's a car parked down there. But, I just don't fancy trying it. I've got quite a lot of stuff in the back. Admittedly, that's probably going to be helpful, but coming downwards, you can't sort of, if it gets too slippy, you can't stop and reverse back down, can you? You're committed. So we'll give it a miss for the sake of 2 miles downhill mostly anyway.